Now, before we got going, you were talking about, I heard school bus and bodies buried.
Some depressing shit.
Yeah, I mean,
it sounded
well,
interesting.
it wasn't
dark.
bodies.
Oh, okay.
Yet.
Bougie was talking about half-buried school buses for whatever reason, but it was the Chowchilla kidnapping, and apparently it was 26 kids and the bus driver. These 3 armed gunmen kidnapped them, and they buried them underground in a tractor trailer. And
why would
they
keep
never?
on?
Well, they never did anything with them because one of the kids and the teacher escaped out the top and went and got help and shit, and they came and dug the kids up. And
so they were living?
yeah, they were all alive.
Oh, damn.
I heard about Coachella. I mean, a lot of people go to Coachella.
Yeah,
Chowchilla.
What was it? Chowchilla?
Chowchilla,
California.
Oh, I was going to ask, where the fuck is that at? It sounded like it was
Run it
overseas or
down.
something.
Run it down. No, I was jerking around. They was on their way home from school.
I think they were on a field trip.
Fuck,
They were like going to a field trip or some shit like that.
Somebody called a hold up, or they blocked the road, or
It was 3 armed gunmen.
and to get a school bus of kids.
School bus of kids and 2 bus drivers.
All right, so
I don't know what they planned. I don't think it ever
this
came
out.
out what they planned on doing
Here's
with
what's
them.
fucked up.
Was it like a ransom thing? I forget because I do remember it,
I don't remember.
but we're
any
going
of it.
years back, right?
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
the 60s,
Yeah.
80s, 60s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it was-
I'm
but
thinking of some shit that happened last week. I'm
No.
like,
No, it's
Yeah,
it's
I
old,
mean-
man.
They're
Yeah.
still going to Coachella too.
no
I mean, it's
wonder I
crazy.
hadn't heard about it.
Yeah, but
Damn.
all right, so 3 people had to agree to that shit.
Yeah.
You understand that, right?
Yeah, 3 people thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, it
huh?
was like, hey man, it's like, what you doing? It's like, man, nothing, man. It's like, who the fuck's that coming down the road? It's like, that goofy ass bus. Like, really? It'd be cool if we can get that bus. It's like, oh yeah, let's do it. So they ran back in the trailer.
So it was for ransom, and all 3 of the kidnappers are paroled.
Cool.
Oh, damn.
They
Well,
let
that
him
was
out?
a while ago then.
Yep.
Okay.
One was paroled after 36 years, one was paroled after 39 years, and the other was paroled after 46 years. And the kids and the teachers escaped before they could make their ransom demands.
Wait.
Damn.
He just pointed out something. They all had different fucking times.
Oh, yeah.
What you mean?
All 3 of them got different times.
They all had different times.
Oh,
One was like
Yeah,
32.
Oh, jail sentence?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it all depends on what they're part of.
No.
Your lawyer and how much you tell him.
Yeah, right. That's true. How
Oh,
much you're
yeah.
speaking up.
Boy, could you imagine fucking ratting on somebody and then
Oh.
wind up, you fuck up and wind up getting more time than the other one? So the other one gets out first and he's got time to prepare to wait on your ass.
If it's with rat, I'd have had the least amount of time. If it comes to ratting, I'm telling them, oh, y'all, if it's us 4,
They'd have had you in the news as one of the people that got kidnapped.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
that-
I was a victim.
I was a victim.
He would have been in the opera because that motherfucker would have been fucking
I would have been
singing.
singing,
Like
buddy.
a canary.
Oh, yeah.
Tevin Campbell. That'd have been me.
Devin. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
We're going to hit him another time.
What y'all know about that Bohemian Grove shit? Y'all know anything?
Bohemian Rhapsody?
No, it's close. You don't know.
Nothing really
Nothing.
mattered.
It's
I don't even
basically it's a club that was started like an invitation only social club that was started back in 1872 by a group of
It's good. It sounds funny already.
Oh, no, it ain't funny. Of
No,
male
it's not.
artists, writers, actors, lawyers, journalists. They started it with the idea of it was going to be like a artsy kind of culture kind of club that they would get together and all hang out. It's in California is where it's at, of course. But
It's Culture Club.
yeah, exactly. And over the years, it expanded to like politicians and wealthy businessmen.
So you're
and
telling me
shit.
that you've discovered not the fountain of youth,
No.
the fountain of the Illuminati.
No, well, basically, but here's the problem: nowadays they're into some crazy shit. Like these celebrities and these high profile people get together once a year, and they meet at this kind of private, so many acres that they have in these woods, and they do these ceremonies, like weird shit where they worship this wooden owl god that's like 20 foot tall. They burn fire and shit. They all standing in these robes, chanting and just doing this weird shit. Now we're talking about high profile people.
This is some eyes wide shut
Now,
type shit.
no, but listen, it sounds nuts. Well, of course, your boy Alex Jones got in there in 2000 and recorded this shit back in the day. And it shows what's going on with these rituals. And it's recently come back into the news because they got a boxer. His name is Ryan Garcia. Well, he's been on X lately just going off on what happened to him in this place, because of course it's tied in with a bunch of children, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
But they're going so far as to say child sacrifices are going on in this place.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like I said, it all sounds fucking nuts. But when you got Alex Jones involved, I'd say 90% of the shit he winds up saying is really happening, because they thought Epstein Island was nuts too when he brought it up.
Right.
Oh,
you know? But
I see it now. I see why they dig it.
Yeah, so
it's kind of like that the whole Me Too movement, except way fucking worse.
Yeah, well, your boy was on. He was on a call with what's that one that's locked up, that Tate boy overseas?
Andrew Tate.
Yes.
Andrew
Well,
Tate,
this Ryan Garcia just did a Twitter Spaces or X Spaces, whatever you call it, where a bunch of people get together and they get on basically like a group chat.
Yeah.
Well, this Ryan Garcia was going off on this shit, saying all the stuff he's seen. I'll pull it up and I'll let y'all listen.
Did he just do it just wait, before you pull up? Did he just do it just once, or was it?
I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm gonna pull it up and I'm gonna let you listen to it, and then I'm gonna tell you what went on afterwards. You know, but y'all listen. Let me make sure the volume ain't gonna blow y'all's ears out. But let's see.
Yo, Andrew.
Right, that's Ryan talking.
Hey, bro. All right, talk to us. Bro, I don't give a fuck, bro. They held me down and they made me watch little kids get raped. I don't give a fuck anymore. Where? Bro, they fucking took me to the fucking woods, bro, and they fucking tied. I'm not fucking joking, bro. I have fucking proof, bro. I don't give a fuck. Bro, I fucking will show you every fucking video you could ever fucking believe. Bohemian Grove is real. They fucking tied me down and they made me fucking watch, dog. I absolutely don't give a fuck anymore. Yes, I fucking lost it. They're raping little kids.
He doesn't want to take us all, so let's go. Come on, Ryan. He doesn't want to take us. Come on.
Fuck this guy. Bro, fuck this dude, dude.
Who?
Bro,
You do know
you know the higher elites, bro. You already know who they are, bro.
No, you know what?
You know the path
Andrew,
you're going down is dangerous, my friend. That's
I
what
don't
I'm
give
worried
a
about.
fuck. I don't give a fuck. They can't touch me. I'm with God.
Well, that's the first point of contention, because I care about you a lot, and I can assure you from my own personal experience that they can touch you, which is the
Bro,
worst part
no,
about
they
it.
can't, bro. All right, so come touch me, you fucking bitch.
You have proof of these things. You have proof of this on your phone?
Yes, of course I do. The fuck you talking about? Of course. If Alex could get a fucking video from the Bohemian Grove, of course I could.
Well, I have to be careful what I say because I'm in the middle of a judicial process right now.
You want me to get you out of it? I can help
Well,
you.
bro, my door gets kicked in if I say what I'm thinking.
Okay, well I can help you get out of it if you want. I know people.
I'm gonna end it in a minute. I just want you to hear the last.
Tell everyone at home then. Start from the beginning. When did this happen? Where did this happen? What exactly did you see? Why have you tweeted the things you've tweeted? Let people at home understand you a little bit.
Because I don't give a fuck, bro. They raped me, right? I was 2 years old, they raped me. I have proof of that too. That's where it all started, bro. Okay?
You do know there's going to be certain people who believe, and I'm Ryan, you know I like you. We've been speaking for years. You know there's going to be people who believe you're just saying this because you've, I don't know, had a mental breakdown or taken drugs and you're repeating some of the things you've said on the internet, and
Guess
so they're
what?
going to not believe you unless you come
Give
at
me
it
the
very
drug test then,
coherently.
Andrew, I'll go to fucking Romania and take a drug test in front of your face.
Bro, you don't want to come here. you don't need Romanian jail. It's bad for your fight camp. But I'm just asking, like, you're gonna have to tell a far more coherent story from start to finish for people to truly understand that what you're saying happened is what you saw, and that this is not some sort of episode or anything else. This is my advice to you as a brother. I'm trying to make it, if you want people to believe you, you're going to have to come along and explain from the absolute beginning exactly how it happened, who was involved, how you got there, what car you were in, where you were standing, everything.
Of course they're going to want that, and I have all the information possible.
Okay, so when are you releasing it? How are you releasing it? Or are you keeping it for yourself? Because it looks like you don't want to keep it for yourself.
I don't. At the right time, I'm going to release all of it, but at the right time, I'm gonna do it. They're already calling me to tell me to stop. I don't give a fuck, dude. I've already had a meeting with them.
So that's basically the gist of it. This guy's claiming, of course, like y'all have heard, that he's seen this, witnessed it, been a victim of it. Now, he was on X the other night, I guess the last couple of days, really like going off, like posting 20, 30 fucking, tweets or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, but it's all tweets. Is he
Right. Well, they he was just, like I said, basically saying what he's saying now plus more in those tweets.
Mhm.
And well, of course, I think the day after this interview happened, he got on Instagram and made a video saying that, from now on, he's not going to say anything else about this. He's done talking about it. He's got a fight to concentrate on.
Oh, my God.
So everybody was wondering, like, did they get to him? Or
No,
is
they
he
didn't fucking
fucking punch drunk
yeah, no,
and making all this?
That fucking dude is trying to. He's trying.
You know what I mean?
Without proof?
Because there is something going on at that place.
Right.
That's already been proven because I've actually got we've got Alex Jones's shit too on there. I mean, there is something crazy going on, and people will admit that they go to it. There's nobody even saying that no, that doesn't exist.
I got you.
They're just. But watch.
They just debate what happens there.
That's what Alex Jones recorded.
These people are deadly.
So we ain't got to. We don't have to watch all that, but that's basically
Yeah, but
the
so
kind of shit at the. And this is like, I'm not talking about a bunch of weird ass people in a cult that are just hanging out.
It looks
in
like
the
a
woods.
bunch of weird ass people
No,
in a cult.
well they are, but I mean it's big name people.
I got you.
I mean even Kid Rock, he was just on Rogan's show the other day saying that he's been there, and he said it was just full of celebrities, full of politicians. Now he said it wasn't nothing like that crazy shit going on, but he said there was a big old owl god that they were praying to, and he said it was just a very fucked up vibe that you either, you either go along with them or you're not part of this group anymore.
I got you.
And that's the same shit Ice Cube was just on a video talking about too, how he's not part of this quote unquote club. And he's like, y'all know the club I'm talking about. He said, y'all, they want you to be a part of it.
Yeah, but why? So why is this dude bringing this shit up? But then he's not releasing.
Well, that's what everybody's asking. Whether or not somebody got to him. So he decided, like, I guess
But
I'm
I
done with
don't
this.
understand. Like, if you're ready to fucking explode something like it, I would let my material do the talking.
Yeah.
It's kind of strange how he was able to say a lot of stuff about it, but then not
all
do
of a
anything
sudden.
about it.
Yeah, which makes it
It's like if I got some dirt on you and I'm wanting to give it up, I'm wanting to disband you, I'm wanting to stop everything going on, then I'm gonna
throw it out there.
Yeah, when I come up, I'm not gonna come over there with words and then argue with you and then leave and be like, watch when I come back. It's like no, I'm hitting you.
Yeah, I mean, unless you, like I said, you go on a rant like he does, and then
But if you
somebody
have proof, he's somebody with a voice that okay, so this dude is somebody,
right,
and he has a voice, and he's able to call and talk to that was Andrew Tate, right?
Yes.
So from him being somebody and having the ability to talk to Andrew Tate, and then having footage, then why the fuck is it taking so long to get out?
Well, that's
and I'm just airing my skepticism.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's not like I'm not saying that it's not happening.
No,
but
it's good to be skeptic.
There's so many people saying it, but
yeah,
the proof is
Sure.
that one little grainy video.
Yeah,
and I'm just
no, I get you. Yeah, I was going to say that actually about the Alex Jones video. I mean, this was 2000. It wasn't like it's some 4K, video.
Yeah, but still, I mean,
there's so many people that will admit to going there. Like, and they say it is a very strange kind of group and this sort of cult-like vibe, but it's supposed to be just higher ups in there that are doing this crazy shit like this boy's, talking about.
I was trying to pull basically what he was doing, what evidence that he had, and
nothing that he's released. Like
no, but he said that he had evidence.
Yeah,
what was the
video
evidence that he
footage,
said that he
more
had?
video footage of them doing whatever they were doing to a child.
Oh, that okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Now,
that was what I was getting at.
Now this
Instead of
dude could be could have fucking CTE. And be
my
out of
only
his
question,
mind.
I guess, is like if he was tied up and kidnapped, how did he take a video?
Well, yeah.
He might have got the video from his captor.
There ain't no telling. I'm with you. I mean, his story's got.
That would
I'm not
be my
saying it's
only
true.
question,
It just
but-
struck me as odd because it's almost like this may be one of those, where there's smoke, there's fire things,
Well, right, because I mean, I think there's many reasons why he may not want to release it,
especially
but,
after whoever could have got to him.
Exactly.
It'd
Yeah,
been
no,
like, well, I tell you what, You stop this shit. Because he done said that he said the last part of that video that they've already told me to stop.
Right.
Well, who is they? And then the next day he comes out basically saying, I'm done. I'm not going to talk about anything but fighting, anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, that sounds strange.
But strange. Like,
no,
in
that's not.
his
They're
way,
like, man, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
And
And
then
24
all of a
hours
sudden,
later,
you gave a fuck, apparently.
I gotta concentrate on this fight.
No,
Yeah.
I get it.
He went from a Cypress Hill concert to a fucking Barney episode
No,
in
you're
24 hours. Yeah, come on.
No, it was weird. It was just
And not only
big,
that, but why was Andrew Tate gatekeeping so fucking much? Like, oh, I don't know if you want to talk about that, man. I don't,
because he knows the
I
trouble.
don't
Because
know.
he's in trouble himself right now, being held prisoner in his own over there in Romania because of the type of shit he would say and do, and he knows the backlash that can come. That's what he warned that guy. That, believe me, they can't touch you. They can't fucking touch me. He's like, oh, they can touch you.
They can.
They can get you.
They got him. This man can't even leave from over there now.
But he's still able to put shit out. I don't know. I don't get it. Like, if I wanted to silence you, you wouldn't be on a fucking show talking to nobody.
Yeah.
That's kind of strange.
I got it.
It's kind of playing two sides of the fucking fence.
Yeah,
And
that's a good way to look at it.
Because somebody got some information. I know a lot of them do get off on fucking doing something and letting somebody go, and they get off on the thrill of that they would get caught by doing something that they did.
Sure.
Like, whereas any of us would worry after doing some terrible shit, but them, they do bad shit, and they get off on the power of it, of that, I did something to somebody, now they out there in the world, and they're not going to send over what I did. I understand that aspect of it. But at the same time, them being victims of it and how they're portraying themselves as they have all of this info, yet none of it is coming out, is a little contrived.
No, it is. But I mean, that's what makes a good.
But I also will
story.
say this: that if they do have any fucking any evidence, and not that I want to see anything like that, it's terrible. But
well, if it's happening, it needs to be.
It needs to come out.
Yeah.
That's what I pray that I'm praying that it didn't happen. I'm praying that all this shit is a hoax and
no
nobody
child
ever did.
was ever,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But if it did, then I'm absolutely on 100% on my knees praying to God that somebody could get a hold of what they did so that they could bring some people
expose
to
them. And
and normally you would probably just blow stuff off, like that until this Epstein shit came out.
Exactly.
Because people probably said that, they sat around like us talking about it, like there ain't no fucking way. They ain't got nobody on no island with no raping these kids. And then sure enough, boom. Like I said, they go a little far with that because they're actually saying that there's like sacrifices going on to this fucking owl god and shit. Seems far-fetched, but hey.
Well, they got a lot of people that's theorizing on that they like Mount Rushmore, and there's a room behind Mount Rushmore, and it's saying that all of it's the Bilderbergs, whatever the hell it is, and they get in that room. So you got all of the presidential faces like facing out, and then there's supposed to be a room behind it, and like you get in that room somehow. Really? I'm giving you you some sketchy shit. So
well, they ain't no more sketchier than this shit I just brought up.
No, I'm like giving you like a little sketchy, goofy fucking outline, and I have nothing. I'm speaking like no kind of. I didn't know that I was going to be speaking about this, so I would have did a little bit more research. Yeah. However, so there's Mount Rushmore, and then there's a hollowed out part inside of Mount Rushmore that has this big ass room, and they all get in there and they fucking dress like goats and shit.
I believe it too.
It is supposed. Hillary's supposed to be part of that.
I'm believing it. Any kind of little theory that comes across now, it's truth.
No, anything that says Hillary.
Oh yeah,
But they got a fucking couponing ring going on. Yeah. They're like, oh really? You're like, yeah. Well, Hillary's involved in. Oh yeah, that bitch did it.
She drinks baby blood too, so we all know. Well, I want to talk to you about getting wealthy. I know I've seen the spike in the crypto stuff is kind of going on right now.
Making a little run.
I've got my few I fell for the Dogecoin thing, of course. So I get on it the other day and I'm like, damn, it's spiked. Like what the fuck's going on?
I know it's down now a little bit, huh?
Yeah, but it's still up compared to where it
absolutely.
I mean, what was going on with that?
Dude, I don't know, man. I think a lot has to do with people looking to diversify. As we were talking before we came on air, gold's $21.92 an ounce and silver's $24.52.
Speaking of silver, not to cut you off, but Brad brought us all silver today, so we're all wealthy.
I'm rich, bitch.
He's bringing gold next week.
Gold next week.
Gold, oh, right. Yeah, that's what y'all want. Gold, copper ain't good enough.
Platinum.
But
no.
Yeah. No, but basically, I think when you start looking at this, and just to kind of hit on the cryptos, to me, I've always felt like it's more of a millennial thing with these cryptos.
Yeah.
And I'm probably talking out there, but in my day, with my age, it was like solid investments, intrinsic value, which is gold, silver,
Tangible,
copper,
yeah,
real
shit.
estate, land, stuff like that is always, when I was growing up, that's what you want to own. But when I sit back and look at these cryptos, the SEC is allowing Bitcoin to start an ETF for trading. So, I think that's why you're seeing a surge. 70,000 or whatever, 68,000.
Well, for idiots, what ETF? What
electronic traded funds?
Okay,
yeah. So it'll be something that's coming on the market. They'll be able to trade it. So when I read into this kind of stuff, and it's like Bitcoin's 62, 68, whatever the number is right now. I mean, they're saying that this can possibly 500,000 a coin, million a coin.
Yeah.
They just don't know where it's going to go once it's traded. And if you look at BlackRock, that controls probably $12 trillion worth of assets under management, they are working on XRP, which is just another coin.
Yeah.
But, I mean, when you look at that, and from what I'm reading about it, when you look at that, I mean, it's 60, 70 cents a coin right now. I mean, they're talking just within the next year, it could be $7, $20. Long term, they're talking where it could be 1,000 a coin.
Yeah.
Once they can truly get it on the market to be traded. And I try to follow a lot of this stuff. And like I said, I consider myself an amateur at it. I've made money in the stock market. I've lost money in the stock market. But it's something that just fascinates me on how the whole thing works.
Sure.
And so when you look at, I read a lot of stuff that, subscribe here. There's the next $17 trillion income opportunities are getting ready to hit. I believe that's what it is. I believe it's going to be made with cryptos.
The crypto?
Yeah, I do. Because we look at the dollar, man. Just look at the dollar. And, and I was reading this morning, and it's a scary situation when we look at the dollar. If you look at like central banks in China, Germany, Turkey, Russia, over the last 6 months, they have increased their gold earnings astronomically, and they're moving out of the dollar. And reasons being is our inflation, the debt we run in, we're running $35 trillion in debt.
Sure.
So when we look at that, where we at, and if you read, and you got to dig for this kind of shit, but when you read, it's like every 100 days we run another $1 trillion in debt.
Right.
So when we look at that, it's like $35 trillion. Just the interest on 35 trillion is about $1 trillion a year. It's like, how do we sustain that? How do you pay that with all the other liabilities, unfunded liabilities that we have to pay for? And it's like these politicians, they throw these fucking numbers out there, billion, 100 billion, 800 billion, 2 trillion here. They throw it around like it's just popcorn, like it's just a number, But, I did a little research this morning, man. I said, how long would it take to count to 1 trillion? You want to hear the answer? Anybody want to guess? Anybody want to take a guess? If you had to start, all right. Well, it would take roughly about 31,000 years
to count to
$1 trillion.
They throw it around like it's
just like it's nothing, So, but when we look at the U.S. dollar, man, we look at the U.S. dollar from 2020 to today, it's lost 16% value. So we're looking at $1 worth about 84 cents. What's it going to be in another 4 years?
That's terrible.
Is it going to be worth 70 cents on $1? So I think that's what makes these cryptos interesting.
Well, is there any governments behind? Are they pushing the crypto in any way, or is that something you think they're against?
No, I believe that there's a bunch of countries that are just going to try to. There's so many out there. I forget the number. I don't know if I don't know if it's 10,000 different coins. If it's Shib or Doge or. But I mean, there's other countries, and they're just trying to get away. We can look at oil today. As the dollar, the U.S. dollar was always considered the reserve currency. So when we look at that, and you look what's going on today, and what that means is basically when China buys oil from Russia, it's traded in American dollars.
Right.
Okay. As a reserve currency. It's not happening anymore, man. You've got countries now, China, Russia, India, Turkey, Pakistan, whatever it might be. They're trading oil now in, the yuan, the ruble, the rupee, and et cetera. So they're getting away from the U.S. dollar, which is going to be horrible for us. It's going to be horrible for us,
So
I've heard a lot about they're switching to BRICS. I don't know what BRICS is, but I've
Brazil,
heard a lot
Brazil,
about
Russia, India, China.
Yes, that's what that means. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And that's where they're looking to go. And I do believe it's just our politicians have kicked this can down the road for so long with, well, we're just going to raise the debt limit. We'll deal with it in 6 months. And it's like, here we are. It's in our face now, and what's the end game? I always say it, a bunch of my friends are like, it'll never happen. Cash isn't going away. But in my mind, I think it is. I think everything's going digital, I mean, I don't know what y'all's points on.
Well, I believe that,
opinions.
For one, the government would like nothing more.
Absolutely.
Than everything to be digital.
Yeah.
I mean, then they don't miss a single tax penny.
Yeah,
they
no,
can track everything.
But that's the problem with crypto is it's not for the government.
Right.
Your legal tender is owned by the government.
Yeah.
So they regulate everything. They say how much it goes up or goes down, but the cryptocurrency it goes up and goes down in value by the shareholders.
Sure.
That's what makes it so when you talk about Bitcoin, there's a finite amount of Bitcoin also.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And also it never degrades or whatever.
Yeah.
It just changes hands from one to the other, and it does it through authentication. So they say, hey, I'm giving you this Bitcoin. Would you like it? Yes, I'd like it. I'd like it. Back and forth, and then eventually, did you get payment on it? Did you get payment on it? It goes back forth until you own it, and then it goes on further. It's always a proof of concept, so that no matter what, so with a currency, I can say that I gave Justin, 15 million this, right?
Right.
And then there's no proof because it's between me and him. Whereas with cryptos, whenever you trade from one to the other, there's a proof of that back and forth exchange between y'all until it goes from one person to the other.
Yes.
And so it never goes away.
And they call that blockchain. There's always a serial number that is going to follow that transaction. And I do believe it'll be the same thing. If they came out tomorrow and said, look, we're going to a digital dollar, they will be something to back that up. So I think it's bad for everybody. There's no more just saying, well, I'll just give the grass cutter $15. Now you've got to switch through currency, a digital currency. But it's just like I say, man, I am big into the precious metals. And I haven't bought any in years. I started buying in 2008 and 9, where silver was $9 an ounce, and we're closing today at 22. I believe it goes higher. But when you look at that, that's not really good for an economy, for gold to be $3,000 an ounce, $4,000 an ounce. It's not a good sign, But here's some other little statistics I threw out there, man, that I found today. The average savings amount of $1,000 or less. Anybody have a guess on how many what that falls into the percentage of Americans?
Like you're talking about the percentage of
how
Americans
many
that have
Americans have less than
or less?
less than $1,000.
Almost
85.
Probably not that high.
42%,
which is almost half the damn country.
Yeah. And I mean, when we look at it, $5,000 to $10,000, 9% of Americans have that in a savings account. 50,000 plus, maybe 20%.
Which it was probably less of a percentage before this economy got like it was.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
The way this country's been.
Just look at credit card debt. Like I think you and I were talking the other day. It's just people they're living on that shit.
Right.
And I'm getting letters because we use credit cards in business. It's an easy way for transactions for the guys and stuff. And it's going to be 30.99% is what most of these credit cards are going to. So, it's just it's a hell of a way to live. And we're pushing over $1 trillion in credit card debt on consumer credit card debts in this country. It's just
can we say it's safe to say that you're advising everybody to go buy crypto?
I would say this is not financial advice. B.S.ing is not giving financial advice, but I would say yes. If you have a few extra dollars,
put it in.
I would say. Honestly, Bitcoin.
In a decent coin, you don't want to go buy this fucking...
my pick, which I'm getting ready to buy some of, is going to be that XRP.
Yeah.
At 60 cents a share, I might go put a couple of grand in it and see what happens with it.
Are you buying the whole crew?
One thing.
We in a group. We all want. We win, we lose,
One thing on
man.
that, just listen to this.
Go ahead.
Whenever you buy cryptos and you keep your cryptos in the platform that you bought it from, that platform could fuck up.
Absolutely.
Exactly,
That's
because it's already happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, what was that when that
Robinhood?
Yeah, Robinhood.
No, it was
did
before. It
On
was before them.
GameStop.
No, there was one that just like
Oh, it wasn't the original people with the moon coin,
Safe
whatever
Moon?
it was. Yeah,
No,
Yeah,
no,
they
it was
just
before
say-
that. It was before
Oh,
that.
it was
So
before
it was
that?
it was a platform. It was basically it was people who were buying and selling Bitcoin.
right.
Okay, and it would do it, I guess, at a percentage, so they would keep the profits of it, right? And that's what kept them going. And then after a while, there was like, well, instead of you having a digital wallet, just keep it on the platform because you're buying and selling all the time.
Yeah.
And they had all of these people's money on both sides,
Yeah.
right? And so, they worked it up and got it up to a certain amount, and then they just went brrr, and gave it all to whoever else, and that shit folded in on itself.
Well, that's the scary thing about any of that crypto is
Absolutely.
there's nothing in your possession.
Yeah, there is. But you can get a digital wallet.
I know, but I'm saying it's still digital, so that could fucking crash.
No. When you have a digital wallet, it means that like Justin's holding what I have secretly between me and him, so he could screw me over. But if Justin's holding something and Brad knows about it, then he can't do anything with it. Like it's there forever.
But somebody
You got
had
me?
to create this digital
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
right? So
I
I'm
mean,
saying,
and it's only on a respect part, so that as long as you respect that Bitcoin is Bitcoin, because
Yeah.
it could switch over to another one too. But Bitcoin will always be there because it has the proof of concept, the blockchain
Sure.
part of it.
which
and
in
that's-
all actuality, I guess your bank account's a fucking.
But the way
it's
the
not
block-
like it's real money sitting
Right,
there
exactly.
anyway.
But the
so-
way the blockchain goes right now is it goes from, instead of it going to me in my digital wallet, I have to pump it in there some kind of way. It'll go to Brad on behalf of me. So Brad's got my shit. And if Brad decides one day, you know what, Justin, you're rich. And that's what they do. They don't even tell it. They know. They're like, so Brad will he'll hit Justin up a couple of times and be like, man, I swear to God, if I had any sense, I just jack these motherfuckers and go, and they both got their eyebrows up, and then one day, Brad didn't even tell him anything, because that's how they get caught by
That's
by
how
going
they-
back and forth.
Right.
So they don't even say nothing. They just sit there for a second. Then next
Yeah.
thing you know, Justin goes and checks his account. He's got a fucking $1 trillion in there, and then he can't get in touch with Brad. Brad's missing, and then next thing you know, one day, knock, 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 knock. He opens up the door, and Brad's standing right there. Be like, "What's up, bro?" He's like, "Hey, man, you motherfucker." Now what am I doing all of this shit? Be like, "Well, try to give it back to me."
Well, what was
See where
the
that goes.
story I heard? I don't know if y'all heard it too, man, but it was a guy that had, I forget if it was 10 million worth of Bitcoin in an account, and he forgot his password. And
Yeah,
it
to
was
his
like,
hard drive.
yeah, it was
It's
like,
gone.
yeah, you got 6 tries or whatever. And he was down to his last try, and it's like after that, there's
Yep.
nobody, like no customer service to
Yeah.
call or
I think
know?
he's got like $1 million bounty on it if anybody can hack into the
into
hard drive.
Well, that
Wow.
was the same. One of them, their computer got thrown away or something, and he was
Mhm.
like
Went to
searching
the
all
dump.
in the dump.
Yeah.
Now they said
Wow.
this, he had other, Bitcoin.
He had
but
like
still
3,000 Bitcoin on it and went to the or whatever
Whatever it was,
Could have
yeah.
been from anywhere from 1,000 to a fucking million.
He probably,
And then the story of the Bitcoin pizza.
the
Yeah.
pizza. Yeah.
Isn't that how it
Yeah.
kind of got started?
That's
though?
how it got
They
started.
talked a little pizza
So just
joint in
think,
the-
any of us at any given time could have fucking put down a
Well,
dollar.
I've told
Yeah.
Brad before that you told me years ago
I
about this
did.
Bitcoin, and I blew that shit off like you were just like crazy. Like,
Yeah, it's like, yeah,
I'm
right,
not.
yeah,
like,
right.
what is that? Like, you
Look, when I
ain't-
first heard about it, it was the same way. I'm like, yeah, what the
No,
fuck?
Brad, I
Yeah.
did.
He
You know
did.
what I'm saying?
No, right,
I was
look,
up there every
yeah.
fucking day. We was doing is trading
Yeah.
Bitcoin. I was finding those Bitcoin ATMs and shit. So I do have an account.
You bought my first because you were like, look, get you some. I was like, I ain't buying it. He said, well, I'll buy some, and you bought a little bit of it for
Yeah.
me. I still have it. I mean, it wasn't like it was some god awful amount.
Oh, we rich
But
then.
even when you were buying that day, I'm like, this dude, I ain't spending my money on that
I was like,
shit. Like,
Take this little bit of Bitcoin, you peasant.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
yep.
And you was like, what?
But see, I'm that asshole. I couldn't get into that account if I wanted to right now.
Oh, really?
Right, no,
No.
really.
Well, it depends
That
on
was
which one
shit
is
was
on.
so long ago. I don't even remember what platform it was on
Yeah.
because I didn't take it serious.
They had
at all.
Coinbase. They had Coinbase, and they had there's a couple other ones that was out.
So
Yeah,
I was
Robin Hood.
I
I have
am,
no, it
Coinbase.
wasn't not Robinhood. It was Coinbase and Binance and
something. Yeah, and I don't
Right.
remember which one it was on. I just know I'm wealthy, but I can't get to it. So
Ah.
don't ask me for shit. 'cause
Right,
I
even-
have-
yeah.
I've been hearing Bitcoin's supposed to keep going up because, like Boogie said, it's only a finite
Well,
amount.
yeah,
of
isn't it
Bitcoin.
true that every year less and less can get produced or
Well,
some shit
no.
like that, or
well,
mined or
They
whatever
started
they
off
call
only
it?
with one amount.
harder So we're hitting the halfway point, basically.
That shit is so hard to mine. It creates so much juice.
Bro, you seen them
that
setups they
They
have?
do it.
yeah.
No,
Oh, God.
they do it in Antarctica.
Yeah.
So that
To
way they
keep
can
it
keep the
cool.
fucking shit
Yeah.
cool enough to fucking run it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that way they could have a positive yield on it.
Yeah,
that's
because you'll use
crazy.
more electricity than what it's worth in
Yeah.
a Bitcoin if you do it wrong.
There is something coming up around. I was reading in April of 2024, so that's right around the corner. Where, they're expecting Bitcoin to keep rising until the halving event. I didn't dig into the halving event, so I'm taking if I understand halving, if there's 90 coins out there, there'll only be 45 coins.
Yeah.
But what that's going to do is it's just going to make it explode.
Right.
So when I hear the shit of like $1 million a coin, it's kind of hard to fathom, but it's like it's very possible.
Yeah,
it
but
is possible.
when it was, $1 a coin, it was pretty hard to fathom that it'd be
that it was gonna
1,000.
be-
Then when it was
yeah.
1,000, it's hard to see it being 10 grand,
Right.
and then 10 grand, it jumped up to 50. So
And they say the entire crypto market is about 2.52 trillion in it
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. So, but things I read, it's like it could really be the next $17 trillion market,
I'm sure.
And it's like, I just want a little fragment of that 17 trillion.
Yeah,
That's all
yeah.
I need, dude.
Yeah.
And I think
Fuck
we'll
yeah, I
we'll
don't-
all be good.
Yeah, I
you
just
know?
want either a 7 or
You know
a
what I'm saying?
10.
Yeah,
I'll take it all
one
for
or
it.
two,
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think it's a bad investment for
If
intrinsic,
you got a little bit,
Yeah.
yeah.
to put it away.
the stock
and
market's just like responsible gambling.
It's legalized gambling.
It is.
in
It's
a
just
form,
non-frowned upon gambling.
it
I
is.
was reading the other day of how it started, like the stock market and shit, because I was like, you don't get anything from it. You know what I mean? Like, you're not buying anything.
Right.
And apparently it was like back in England when you would, like, people that own ships would try to get investments for the cargo on their ship. And so if you, at the time, were buying all the cargo on the ship or, basically putting up insurance for it, you get paid when the ship got back, but it was so expensive that if the ship crashed, that you'd lose all your money. So nobody really wanted to invest in it. So they started selling stocks of the cargo on the
Right.
ship to everybody and giving them paper slips and shit.
Motherfuckers.
And then on the land, eventually somebody made a building that you could go to and you
And
could
trade.
trade pieces of your
pretty
stock of the
interesting.
ship
Yeah.
and shit like that.
But
And then
that's
it turned
wild.
into what we have today.
You grow potatoes, you eat potatoes, he sells the potatoes, right? That's kind of the way it goes.
Right.
And I'm getting rich no matter what the fuck y'all three do.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's fucking grimy.
That's good on your part.
And not only that, but I could run him in the ground or him in the ground or you in the ground at any time because we have our little board. That's how, it took two things to get him fired, but our good old boy Papa John.
Yeah, well, you know why they got rid of him.
I mean, but for two reasons. Number one, because they could, and for number two, because he was a racist motherfucker.
Yeah. That's what they say.
Look, everybody turned
Aren't-
away. Look,
But aren't we all?
nobody could make eye contact with me.
Aren't we all a little, and
We all are. Yes, we all are. I mean, you look at some fucking body, you're gonna be like, man, you got a certain amount of expectations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you could say prejudice prejudice all racist. We're not gonna go on that. Fuck it. Let's leave that one alone.
Yeah. What about sexist? Is that a bad one too? And I only bring that
But how
up.
are you sexist though?
I only bring that up because I might have a video about that. Let's go to the monitor.
What do you think of Nikki Haley? Did you ever consider her?
What I got to say, you don't really want to put it on.
Let me hear it.
Well, the woman's not going to be a good president. She's going to have no balls to scratch. She's just going to scratch her head. All a woman's good for in my book is having babies and taking care of the house. But that's the old thing, but I'm old
That is
school.
my fucking.
You know what else you
never
should
even
have
considered
asked?
that.
Absolutely.
You know what else you should have asked?
Mainly
That's in
because
North
she's
Carolina.
because she's female.
Back it up to where it says North Carolina on the bottom of the page.
Females, don't take me wrong.
You gotta
Females
get it.
know what they're doing, but they still got to have a little bit of guidance.
All right.
Trump
Yeah.
would be
Oh,
one
no,
to
right there.
guide her
Stop
through
right
that,
there.
so.
Okay. So not only was he saying that
That's
about that,
Emmett Martin.
but if that fucking dude right there would have said, "And what do you feel about me being a reporter?" He would have went,
well,
"I don't think your black ass ought to
yeah.
be any fucking thing but picking cotton, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I know it. Look at
and
it.
look, he'd have blamed it on I'm old school. So,
I'm old school boy. Yeah. Oh yeah, I could see it right. Oh God, look at it.
Oh, cleaning
Look
the
at it.
house and
I tell you what, look, if I had like some chalk and I could just make a little outline with him and put a little point right at the top and then start to shade that shit in.
He said she ain't got no balls to scratch.
Hey, they ought to go back to that dude and ask him what his stance is on blacks in America.
I wonder who he's voting for.
Maybe he'll put that out.
The problem is, anytime they try to portray anybody that's like MAGA, that's who they want you to believe that all of them are. You know?
Yeah, that they all from they all a fucking old racist dude from North Carolina.
Yeah, which I mean, most of them.
I mean, they somehow or another they was able to pull a sexist out of North Carolina.
A little misogyny out of
he had to get around all of the racists to get to the sexist. Yeah, it happens.
Anyway,
it happens.
I figured that was
Speaking of getting some fucking comments.
Yeah, just a few
videos. I want to see another one. Like we watched I don't know if it was the last episode or whatever, but these women that kind of just don't know when to stop.
Is it justified?
Oh, no.
Now this one ain't as bad, but it's still the same kind of concept. And I mean, did she deserve it or not?
She deserved it.
Let's see.
She went for some more?
Yeah, pretty much.
I can't believe you hit me.
What's I mean, that's deserved or what?
Justified.
I mean,
That was definitely deserved.
Look,
yeah.
She deserves it.
Check it out. And I'm going to say some racist shit right now. You ready?
That's why we're here.
Wasn't a white chick.
Yeah, what is she? Latino?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you know what? She done had that fucking fight before.
With her husband, probably.
Yeah, you fucking
her old man.
So she got hit. Like she was like, "That's all you fucking got. Roll it back and see."
Yeah, because
she's
went
not
after
a
him.
victim.
That's
she
true.
is not a fucking victim.
Oh no, she's not a victim.
She got hit because she's pretty
it's
much
just more of like I guess what my
you what.
question always is, what would you do in that situation?
I just
as a man.
get in between them and just stop them.
Oh no. I'm talking about if you were the guy. And
What?
y'all were having a little argument. Why you got to be the guy?
No. What are you asking me? Like,
what would you do if you were the guy?
No. What if you were the guy?
If I was in that situation,
yeah, and
I would
y'all got
totally, and we got into a verbal argument.
Yeah,
I would totally.
Brad,
first
what
off,
verbal? Brad,
No. But it starts verbal. That's the point.
She hit him. She touched him.
I know that. It
but it
starts
started
verbal,
verbal.
and then it turns into her touching you like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. I would. First off, I don't know if she would ever touch me because I would have probably backed out of the space.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Then
if she lunged at me and hit me, God, look, you might need an ass whipping.
Do? I mean, what do you do? Because
you got to defend yourself.
Because it's not like it hurt you.
Yeah.
Wait. But hold up. But where's it start at? Because
that was the bad
across.
thing. That was the only. The video started right there. But I guess my whole point is if a woman touches you like that, and it doesn't actually physically hurt you, but is it still a natural reaction just to slap the shit out of her when she does it, or do you just say, "Lady, leave me the fuck alone," and I'm getting out of here?
Right.
I mean,
How do
you
break
handle
his tablet
what
on her
do you
head?
do? I mean, what do you do with that?
I'd probably be gone before it got to that, honestly.
Yeah. But if
I'd
it did, and
probably
she
be
happened
like,
to kind of pop you upside your head like that lady did, I mean, what do you do?
I don't know, man.
I
think
it's
it's
tough
just you got to
one,
be
man.
in that situation.
Yeah, because
you know what I mean?
It's almost like a natural response to fight back, but at the same time, I might laugh at her.
I think
really?
once your
you just hit
adrenaline
me?
gets flowing and shit, like sitting with a clear mind saying I do this or that, and then when you're like fight or flight is kicking in and you got adrenaline pumping, like I don't know what I'd do, honestly. I have no fucking
karate
clue.
chopping her right in the throat. That's good.
I've been to that point with it.
So that's what. So what do you do?
Going on me.
She does that. She pops you in the.
You just.
What do you do?
I know what I do. I'm gonna tell you what I do right now.
I've been there.
Listen, I've been there. So when a girl does something like that, you have to be able to defend yourself to the point of her not doing that no more and assert. The only problem is a lot of women, if you don't hurt them, they don't stop.
So you teaching her a lesson right there in that gas
No, I'm not
station,
hitting her. I'm not hitting her, but I gotta. So what you do is, and you have to be real quick about it. They're coming at you, and I've got come at so many fucking times, it's unreal. No, wait.
Well,
how many times you been come at? They come on.
You been getting missile shot at you, dog?
Money shot.
Oh Lord! And
Here comes the ring.
Hey, and before you listen, before you ask, that's not getting edited out.
Oh, that's in there.
And I couldn't even say came at. It's the same thing.
So do you spit or swallow?
That's the next question.
Come at, came at, same thing.
So anyway, so you've been in
I've been accosted by a woman.
situations like that.
Motherfucker come at you quick.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, let's take come out. Let's not say.
Can we just end it on that one?
No. So they accost, and then you have to deflect and defend.
Yeah.
Now, I also know this because I know. Well, I'll tell you on both. I got two stories for you. Number one, a girl came at me.
You know, you just gave me the intro soundbite. You know that?
Man, fuck your soundbite, fool. So you deflect her hands,
right?
And then you got to grab her hands, and you take it, and you tie up in a little pretzel, and you spin her around, and then you get a little bit of
Damn, bro.
like space in between them.
We ain't all Jackie Chan.
You have to. Well, I mean, it's either that or you got to fight her.
Yeah. No, well, you could just leave. I mean,
you can't leave. Date.
I'm saying, like, I'm not saying to do that. I'm saying, but there is that option.
No, because when they come, they keep coming.
They keep coming.
They keep coming.
At you and on you.
She looked like she was going to keep coming.
Yeah, she probably would have followed him, honestly.
Yeah,
on a
he
serious
didn't
note.
hit her super hard
No,
either.
I like when he smacked the shit out of her. Whatever she
sized him up.
But she sized him up.
Yeah. It's crazy. Speaking of crazy, I know you got something fucking nuts to.
I have a few things, but I want some opinions on. I read this case. This mom went to jail 2-3 days ago, something like that, right? So her son had a bully at school that kept stealing his shit every day, like his lunch and his drink and shit like that. He'd steal his Gatorade. So mom was like, all right, I'm going to put a stop to this shit. So the Gatorade she sent that day was lemon juice, vinegar, and something else mixed together, right?
Beautiful.
Sent it to school with him. Bully steals it. He starts throwing up in class from just, everything that was in it. And so they call the hospital and send him to the hospital. Mom goes to jail. So she is awaiting trial right now. They said the boy wasn't harmed physically. He just,
you
was
talk about
ill
clogging up the
upset,
judicial system with that kind of shit.
Yeah, but it's like, how do they?
Don't steal the boy's shit.
Yeah, but it's booby trapping. It's illegal to booby trap.
Well, I want to think about it and like. Not if your kid was being bullied, but if it was, your son bullying the other kid, and you find out the story after you go to the hospital, and you're like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" And then you find out the story.
What do you
do?
You fucking ass.
That's what I do too.
That's kind of how
I feel. Yeah,
I think that's how we are down.
Wait till I get your fucking
area.
ass home.
I think certain patches of the country that no matter what happens, that
let me ask you this,
their
though,
kid
right?
don't do any wrong.
Right.
But down here in the South, we're like, you're lucky I didn't beat your ass.
Exactly.
I'll wait till I get you home.
Wait till you get this little tummy ache over.
Let me ask you this. Do you think the little motherfucker's going to do it again?
Nope.
Absolutely not.
So it worked.
So it did its job,
I like it.
But the downside of it is, you can't booby trap.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Entrapment.
Yeah.
No, booby trapping. Like if I
you can't booby trap your house.
Yeah.
100%.
Did you know that?
Oh, you can't do that in your own home?
Nah, because
if I'm climbing through your window and stealing your shit,
and I got like
and then you fucking set up some
like the
give-
Home Alone
name one of our here, like American Ninja, the real American Ninja show. There was a show, not the American Ninja, the stuff. There was a guy called American Ninja.
Okay.
That motherfucker put a bucket on top of his head, and the dude swung at him, and he caught the fucking thing and stopped.
Oh,
it.
I did see that.
Oh yeah,
that's an
back
old
in the
movie.
day,
But
yeah.
basically, you can't Home Alone people.
No.
Yeah, so you can't
Like
you
Lil
can't set
Kevin
nothing up.
did.
And
And so that was the. I'm
Why
trying
can't
to
you do that in your own house?
Because if you are having a medical emergency and first responders have to come in,
makes
your
sense.
house is booby
So
trapped.
I need to go get rid of all mine?
Yeah, you probably
I had to
should.
paint cans and everything,
Or
man.
don't call 911.
Well,
when
that's
go,
the one that happened in the quarter. Remember the guy with the pickup truck? His window got smashed
That was
4 or 5
illegal like
times.
a motherfucker.
Oh,
So
yeah,
in the
and he's-
console, he put like a flash grenade,
Yes.
and they wanted to come after him for
But
that.
did he get in
I don't
trouble?
know the outcome of
I
it.
don't think
No.
I did, but they were.
You know why?
Because probably the public outcry.
Because it happened
was,
in New Orleans.
Yeah. And because
Yeah.
everybody was on the man's side.
That's
Well, I tell
martial.
you,
everybody.
That look,
Scared
doing
the
that
fuck
in
out
New
of
Orleans
me.
is like martial law.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And see, in your vehicle, that shouldn't be a problem at all.
Yes,
I mean,
it is.
It
You
just
can't booby trap.
shouldn't be. I said,
Okay.
like
he's Brad. Look, he's still like being in your vehicle. He's telling himself, yes,
because
yes.
I don't get I don't get the concept of telling me I can't protect my home any way I want to or my vehicle.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
like I didn't set it on the outside where if they accidentally bumped up against it, something did.
I'm
that.
not just gonna say
you
that
had to
you're
get
right.
in my shit.
Listen, I'm not just going to
You
say
know?
that you're right. I'm going to say that you are absolutely 100% right.
Did you see they convicted that armorer for the Rust? You remember the
I
girl
I
that
saw a headline. I saw a headline.
Apparently, she was the one in charge of making sure there was no freaking loaded guns and
or live rounds of
Yeah,
ammunition.
that's what their job is.
Yeah, and I still don't understand that, man. I mean, why would there be live rounds of ammunition?
That is a fun
on a
it's
movie.
Very odd.
Isn't that
like,
weird?
Who got
brought
shot again?
that? Because for
Did that come
one,
out?
Rust.
well, you remember
Alec
Rust
Baldwin?
with the Alec Baldwin?
yeah.
Yeah, well, they found the girl that was in charge of
the
they
armory.
call her an armorer. Well, she was in charge of making sure everybody was safe on set with weapons and all. Well,
You
of course,
said what the problem was.
a woman. I didn't say it. Bougie
That
did.
motherfucker was like, yes.
I knew exactly what you were leading to.
I
but-
knew what you was.
Absolutely.
They got her. I think it was
where that was going.
I knew what you was leading to, motherfucker. What
no,
you talking about?
I wasn't gonna go there. I was just
No.
curious
Brad,
if y'all think that
one
was
of
the
us
right
is lying
decision.
here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to point out who it was.
But they say his trial's coming up soon. Y'all think they're gonna find his ass guilty?
No,
or what?
I don't know.
On
I
anything?
think so.
How could
I
They
think
would have
so.
to prove he knew that because I know
They
they
would
had
have
some
to prove-
stories
yes.
out there that he wasn't even supposed to be pointing a gun, like that wasn't in the script. I've heard all kind of
They
crazy
wasn't like
shit.
they wasn't filming,
I
right?
think it would be
Yeah,
like-
well, they were doing a test shot, and she
Right.
was,
yes.
I think it would be like criminal negligence at best, but I think they'll get him on something.
Yo, Alec, you strap?
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah, because they were claiming that at one point that it wasn't in the script for him to point the gun and pull the trigger like
Right.
that. So why did he do it?
Wait,
Now,
yeah, but
I don't know if that's.
I mean, I guess it's the same thing as when you pick up like a cap gun or something, one of your kids'
Yeah.
toys, like you just point it and shoot.
How
Well,
many-
then the rumors start flying. Did he know there was a bullet? Was he having a
Sure.
relationship with this girl and wanted to get rid of her and all this
Well,
shit?
what did they get her on the armor?
Involuntary manslaughter because I guess she didn't do her job.
Yeah.
Right.
And apparently she didn't because
Which
there
I
was a
guess
live
is-
it was
round
either
in
get
it.
her or him. I mean,
Yeah,
it was
would be
either going to
right.
be she didn't know nothing about it or he didn't know nothing about
Yeah,
it. But they
somebody had
could
to.
both have.
Like for one, how does a live round get on a set? Like you said, for one,
right, exactly.
I've been on the movie sets. They're so liberal. There ain't a single one on there that's not anti-gun. I promise you. You know what I mean? Even the girl that got shot. You can just tell that they liberals. So everybody involved in this shit behind the scenes, the last thing they want is a live round or a gun,
Right.
in their possession. So it's like, why did that bullet even make it to the set?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, that was a
crazy.
fuck up.
Did you hear her first comments on film, like when she was going to the cop car and she was like, my career is over.
That's what she was.
My career is over. Yeah.
The hell with that girl's life.
Yeah,
failed,
she
yeah.
goes, my career is over. I'm so done.
Well, it
Well,
is.
no, but I mean, under a stressful situation like that, there's no telling what's going to come
Yeah.
out of your mouth. I
Yeah.
mean, if
And
you
she
just call
probably
somebody,
won't.
if you just call somebody to lose their fucking life, there's no telling what type of safety
Right, yeah, we all
mechanism kicked
handle
off
it
in your brain.
different,
Yeah.
I just don't know why there was live rounds.
That's the strangest thing.
Yeah.
That's what makes the story so odd. Is
Yeah.
that why
It's
was
a
there
good
even
conspiracy
a bullet in
theory,
that?
man. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think he was screwing that cinematographer.
I was just getting ready to say, I bet you there
Well,
was
she
something
shot.
there. Yeah.
He shot somebody else first,
Well, because it
right?
went no,
like it went through.
it went
somebody?
through her.
Oh, it went
and
through
then hit
her.
the dude
Okay.
behind. Yeah, so she was the target.
Gotcha.
I'm standing on that hill and dying on it. He did
I'm
that
with
shit
you.
on purpose.
Well, I'm suing as collateral.
Fuck Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, that prick.
Fuck that asshole.
What I did see is the Pentagon UFO report finds no evidence of alien cover-up. The Pentagon said it, so that means they're not covering up anything to do with aliens, which means,
I believe it.
yes, you better believe it.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Wait.
No, you better believe they got some cover-up going on with these fucking aliens. If the
Yes.
Pentagon is coming out saying, no, fuck that. We've done our investigation. There's no cover-ups.
No, the
so,
government doesn't lie.
Yeah,
Yeah, the government
Fuck
doesn't lie
outta
at
here.
all.
I can't-
Anything the government says, believe the opposite.
That's what I'm saying. And then
Yeah.
you got the government investigating the government saying, look,
Right.
there's
Jesus
nothing,
Christ, dude.
nothing to see here, guys.
Yeah.
So now you know 100% aliens are real. They're here. They're here.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn straight.
That's it. Anyway, with that news, let's wrap it up.
Let's do it.
It was fun. Some of it.
Interesting.
Shane, Brad, Bougie, Justin, B.S.ing with the guys. We'll see y'all next time.
Next time.
Peace.